What should you do after moving to the UK? After you land in the UK, what are the first few things that you need to do? Hi everyone, my name is Meera. Welcome back to my channel. I make lots of videos regarding moving to the UK for your studies and finding jobs here. If this is something that you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Deciding to come to the UK and moving here is a big step. You're already dealing with a lot of things like booking your flight tickets, doing your accommodation, and lot many other things. In all of these things, it's very important to still be aware of the things that you need to do once you've landed in the UK. Everybody just sorts out things before coming to the UK, but it's also very important to understand the first few steps that are mandatory to do once you've landed in the UK. We're going to talk about the top 5 things that you need to be doing once you've landed in the UK. The first thing that you need to do is get a SIM card. Without a phone number, you are pretty much restricted and you can't move forward and do the other steps. So make sure that once you've landed in the UK, you get a SIM card for yourself. There are a lot of different plans and options that are available like Lebara, O2 and so many others. Just make sure you check out all these plans, compare them with each other, the costs, the offerings, the data they're providing, and whichever suits you the best, you can opt for the phone plan. For my particular case, I've taken Lebara. I'm still using it up to date. It's been about a year that I've come to the UK, and I got the Lebara SIM way back in my country before I even landed here. So I'm still using that, and the service seems all right to me. So if you want to go for it, you can go for it too. It's not any sort of promotion, it's just what I've personally been using and it's been good for me. Now that your SIM is sorted and you have a phone number for yourself, the next thing that you need to do is open a bank account. Opening a UK bank account is really important since every single day you're going to be using that account for your daily life. So, in my experience, international students, the friends around me, and the people I knew mostly opt for these three banks, which is Barclays, Lloyds, and HSBC banks. So, you can go for either of these. I personally chose HSBC Bank because I found their online process to be very simple, and I opened a bank account in just 5 to 10 minutes online sitting at home. So, maybe you could go ahead with that one as well. So, now that your SIM is sorted, you have a phone number, you also have a bank account in the UK. The next thing that you need to do is you need to register with a general practitioner. So in the UK, if you're sick or unwell and you want to visit a doctor, you need to be visiting your general practitioner who is usually in the area that you're living in. So you need to go to the NHS website, register yourself. You would get an NHS number, maybe by post or on email, and then you can go ahead and register with a GP around your area. You can check out the different GPs available to you on the NHS website, and you can register with any GP that is close by. You can look at the ratings and the reviews, and you can then register. So now that you're sorted health wise as well, the next thing that you need to look into is the NI number. NI number is the national insurance number, and this is very important if you want to apply for part-time jobs in the UK. The minute you start applying for part-time jobs, they are going to ask you for an NI number, and if you do not have an NI number in the UK, they are not going to offer you that part-time job. So make sure that you have registered for an NI number in the week that you have landed here so that there's nothing stopping you in your process of your job applications. The next thing that you need to do is make sure that you are aware of the transport system and your local area. So after you've landed here and you've taken some time to settle in and do all the other steps that I've mentioned, you need to figure out the transportation in your area, because using your transport, you're going to be going to the university, you're going to be going to other places like the grocery stores and stuff like that. So it's important to download any transport related apps on your phone. This will depend on the area you're living in, the local bus apps such as Stagecoach or National Express apps, or you need to figure out routes. You can download City Mapper, Google Maps. You need to make yourself equipped so that you can be independent in terms of traveling and getting from one place to the other. And you need to also explore your local area and the shops nearby, the kind of grocery stores that are there, the shops, any ATMs, any sort of cafes, or everything basically, so that you are more familiarized with your area and you know what's around. And if you do these steps early once you have landed in the UK, it's just going to become more easier for you to navigate your life in that new city. So according to me, these are the top 5 things that you need to do in the UK, and I've told them step by step. So it would be good if you do them exactly one after the other, as I've mentioned, because that will be really helpful for you and nothing will be in between your way. Once you've sorted out all the important things that you need to do after you've landed in the UK, you can get about to living your life, settling here, and finding jobs, studying, whatever is it that you have decided to come to the UK for. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, I'm sure you'll like my other videos of coming to the UK and navigating your life here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful, and see you next time.